8:25, welcome back. Shelters across the country, specifically here in the South, are experiencing the ongoing crisis of overcrowding within its shelters. We've all heard of kitten season in the spring, but what about puppy season? Joining me this morning to share how puppy season is a thing these days is Aaron Johnson with Montgomery County Animal Services. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Check out these little ones.
Two little munchkins here, yes. There's a litter of 4 of them, actually, though. But these are the 2 fluff balls that got to come today.
You know, they were quiet all morning, and then, of course, the minute we go on. You want me to take one?
You want Zach? Here.
Which one? Okay, bud, what's going on? Okay, so talk to us about puppy season and what's going on. Many of us are familiar with kitten season and what that looks like. What is puppy season?
It's been very different this year. We have over 12 moms and puppies in the shelter right now, which in March is kind of unheard of. I've never really seen that in all of the years that I've been doing this. And so that's why we wanted to highlight that, we have a lot of great puppies. I mean, look at these cute little guys. And they're looking for forever homes. They're about to be coming off a mom very soon.
Wow. I got this idea when I saw your post, I believe it was last week, and you were like, oh, something about 11 litters born. Nope. A day later, make that 13. Yeah. And then another one, nope, make that 15. What is leading to, what's contributing to this problem? It's
just we have a long season of warm weather, and I think that contributes to our the breeding season of the dogs. And a lot of us organizations are really trying to push the spay neuter and really trying to get those free services out there, but we just can't do enough quick enough. And that's kind of our challenge with the veterinarian shortages, that we're having a difficult time being able to keep up.
Yeah, I feel like we've had this conversation time after time, talking about the problem, but also presenting solutions. You mentioned two possible solutions just now, spay and neuter, but then also, hoping that more folks go into veterinary science.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, we need more veterinarians, and that's one of the biggest things that we're trying to work with the colleges and schools and trying to figure out that solution and how we can get more veterinarians in the world. And spay neuter is the biggest important thing. And then when we do have litters, we need fosters. It's best to be able to get these moms and pups out of the shelter to where they can be in a home and become old enough for adoption.
Yeah, What's going on? What's going on? I want this to be a moment too that folks watching, listening to our conversation, look at your screen. See this guy right here. This is probably going to be a big guy, right?
Probably going to be a big guy.
We're thinking possibly St. Bernard, Great Pyrenees,
something of that sort. Yeah.
I only bring this up. I usually don't like talking about breeds, but I do want to mention this because I hear so often, well, I want XYZ. Well, you can get XYZ by adopting.
Yeah.
You do not have to shop to get whatever it is you're looking for. These shelters and rescues certainly have dogs that are to your liking.
Absolutely. I mean, we've recently, we had some pugs, we've had Yorkies. I mean, we've had all of the different breeds. I mean, we have these beautiful guys, all shapes and sizes, colors. I have Italian Greyhounds, and they all came from shelter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you just have to look, you have to inquire, and just keep your eye out, right? I think you have to go to the bathroom. I do. I think you have to go. These are some of the pups you have up for adoption, right?
Yes, that's correct. These are just some of the dogs that we have at the shelter. Some of these are single dogs, and some of them are moms and their puppies. And as I mentioned before, if you want to foster a litter of moms and puppies, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and if you can't open, this is their mom right there. I think that last photo was their mama bear. And if you can't adopt, and if you're not able to foster, there are other ways you can get involved, whether it's donating your time or opening up your wallets. There are so many different ways you can support your local shelter. I do want to ask you one question. A lot of emails I've received of recent have been from folks asking if local shelters are euthanizing mama bears and their pups.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to every single shelter, and I can say that it probably does happen. And I think the crisis that we have across the South really puts us in a very difficult situation when we don't have enough placement for dogs. And that makes it really difficult for us, and we have to make very, very tough decisions that we don't want to have to make.
Yeah. And to view these pups, where can folks go?
So they can go to our website, mcaspets.org. We have the pets on there, or go to our Facebook page too. We list a lot of them there, or just come on down to the shelter. We're open every day except for Mondays. and they can see all the little pups that we have available.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved, you can let them know that you're willing to volunteer your time. Check them out. Is that not the cutest?
So adorable.
Sully, my
love the eyes on
12-year-old
this
Saint
one.
Bernard, looked just like this as a puppy. And so, yes, I know. We're going to get you a forever home. Yes, we are. Well, we thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And we thank you guys, too. Yes, we do. We thank you for coming in.
The real stars
Letty,
of the
what
show.
do you think? Beautiful, right? Okay. It is 8:31. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Bye, buddy.